Guys, I sure coming at you today. I'm Ray Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Sending some love, some positive vibes your way. You know, 11 years on YouTube now, and I've done this a few times, and today is one of them. I just recorded a freaking badass video for you guys, and I forgot to hit record. So I've just been chilling here in my little studio, just talking to myself for the last half an hour.
They're just insufficient. I mean, they're not even taking into.
Did we lose Tyler again?
Hello?
Anyway, welcome. This is official this time. The good news is it's always going to be so much better the second time. I made a video randomly a week or month ago talking about one specific Void Legendary, and I made an off-the-cuff comment that he's actually a lot better than most people think now after his several rounds, I want to say, of at least one big round of balance changes. And that was, well, let's look at the comments here. Gareth Scott, he says, can you defend Jingwon? I really like him, and I see him I see the use potential, but everyone seems to hate him. And then we have, we got Tim Bedard. He says, I pulled Jingwon. Let's see you defend him. Well, you know what? Court's in session, baby. I'm here to defend Jingwon. All right, guys, I'm going to walk you through the kit. But I'm not just going to read what he does. I'm going to tell you exactly why everything that he does is so great now. And I want to be clear here. I'm not making the argument that Jingwon is the #1 Void Legendary you want to see coming out of a Void Shard. He's still not. He's not the best. I'm just trying to say he's useful to almost every account out there. He's very good. We're going to talk about why. We'll also talk about maybe why he's not top tier despite all of these amazing things. And I have like 4 or 5 different arena teams that I'm going to showcase with you guys. I'm also going to share 2 builds on Jingwon, an all-out control and an all-out nuke. And we're going to kind of compare the two, and I can hear you guys in the comments as to what you like better. So he has HP in all battles and 33% on the aura. His base stats are pretty good. He's pretty tanky. 23k HP from an HP damage dealer, and then decent on the defense, okay on the speed. On his A1, Doom Exchange is actually a really good A1 ability. Attacks one enemy, transfers all debuffs from this champion to the target, a 50% chance of stun as well. The stun is really nice, but that transfer all debuffs, not only are we cleansing, we get a full cleanse on an A1, a self-cleanse, but a cleanse nonetheless. So you can dish out whatever debuff you want to on Jingwon. He's just going to transfer it right back, you know, on his A1. That's great. Because the only way that you can CC Jingwon, the only way in the game, is block active skills. We'll talk about why when we get to his passive. But you can transfer all right back on the A1. Okay, very good in areas like, well, in every area you're going to be dealing with debuffs, but in Dragon, you can transfer, you can shut off the A2 and the A3 against the Dragon. You don't even need to use them. I mean, they have utility, but it's better. You're better off just going A1. Why? Because he won't die because he's cleansing all the poisons off himself, right? And then he'll kill the dragon because he's transferring all the poisons over. On the A2, it's an AoE compound calamity, 3-turn cooldown when booked. When booked, has a 100% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs on all enemies for 1 turn. Also has a block buffs on a 2-turn cooldown, or 2-turn duration on a 3-turn cooldown. This is going to be great for Hydra. You land the block buffs, you extend everything on every Hydra head, and deal some damage off 2 AoEs too. He also has a block active skills. This is great for any wave content, and it makes him probably one of the best mythical counters out there in the game, especially a Star Sage Galathier, and an Armons for that matter. And we'll talk about why when we get to the passive, but that's a really beautiful addition to his kit. Block active skills when mythicals are introduced to the game, in either other areas of the game too. They've become more and more, it's become more and more useful of a debuff, right? Even it's good at neutralizing cleansers because cleansers can't cleanse if they have block active skills, excuse me, not block debuffs. A3 Power Flare, 4-turn cooldown when booked. It's an AoE again, ×2 hitter. First hit removes all buffs from all enemies. So a flat out buff removal. Really good. This gives you the flexibility in the arena or in wave content, wherever you're using him, to decide, do I want to open up with the A? If they're all under a bunch of buffs, stone skin and whatever, then you're going to go A3 to remove the buffs. If they're not under buffs, then even better. We'll go block active skills and neutralize them, right? But you have the flexibility either way. He also plays a decreased accuracy after he removes the buffs. He attacks them 2 times with a pretty hard-hitting A3. And then he places a decreased accuracy and decreased crit damage. Now, decreased crit damage is, I think, for my money, the worst debuff in the game. You know, decreased crit damage is pretty pretty bad, but we'll take it. That also opens up opportunities to build him in a 9-piece feral set if you're lucky enough to have the gear, because he's landing 2 debuffs here, 2 debuffs there, and a debuff here as well, depending on the situation, as stun does not work on bosses. He also has a big version of Strengthen, which is like kind of oddly and awkwardly added to his kit, which makes no sense. He's not a buffer, but hey, I'll take it. He has the big version of Strengthen now to all allies on an AoE, obviously, for 2 turns. That's great damage mitigation that he's bringing to the team. Sure, Jingwon. Unchained on the passive. Now, for new players out there, the passive effect is not on a cooldown. It's active all the time. The active effect is on the cooldown, so a 6-turn cooldown or 4-turn if you book it out. So this champion is always immune to being CC'd. I said earlier that he can be block active skill, but he can always transfer that back anyway. But you can't fear him, you can't true fear him, you can't freeze, can't provoke, can't sleep, can't stun, you can't even petrify my man Jingwon.
The worst thing you can do for your immune system is to coddle it. They need to fight their own battles.
So by that rationale, if I had to sneeze, I should just sneeze on you.
Yes, I would welcome it.
That's really powerful. That's really powerful. The only way you can neutralize them at all, again, is by turn meter depletion, by skill lockout, or by block active skills. Active effect. At the end of each enemy or ally turn, removes all fear, true fear, freeze, provoke, sleep, stun, petrification debuffs from all allies, and replaces a block debuffs for 1 turn on allies who have debuffs removed. This is super powerful, even on a 4-turn cooldown. In the arena, think about an arena situation, although it can apply anywhere. A 4-turn cooldown, you have to cycle through your turns to get it again. But that first AoE stun from Armand's, as soon as he ends his turn, it's going to remove that stun from everybody. And then you're going to place a block debuffs at the same time. That's super valuable, right? The CC debuffs are the worst debuffs, and he's going to have that removal. It does help out as well as against the Head of Torment and Hydra. It's not going to be consistent, but you can remove a true fear off your allies and then cycle back and do it again in a few turns, right? So not bad, actually really unique and really valuable. The reason I said he's great at Star Sage is because he can transfer the block active skills back. He can block active skills to Star Sage to prevent form change, and he can't be stunned either. Right? So really powerful there. All in all, like a very unique kit that he's bringing to the table, and a little bit of damage too. Let's quickly take a look at the multipliers. So the AoE on the A2 is a 0.28, a weak damage rating, and a 0.14 on the AoE times 2 hitter. They grade it out as weak. Honestly, it's not bad. I mean, he's giving you more than a Sir Nick and about the same as an Eric's, as a comp, so it's, and considering he has 2 of them as well, this is why I'm going to give you guys the choice, right? I wanted to build him as a nuker and let you guys decide what you think of him, right? And I'm going to stick him with a bunch of teams. So here's Jingwon as a nuker, okay? I have him in a little bit of feral on the accessories here and lethal gear. However, I would say my favorite nuker build on a Jingwon, even though he can't be CC, which is really nice by anything other than lockout, I'd probably still run him in a lethal and stone skin, in a perfect world. But we're going to run the feral because, well, it synergizes beautifully with the other build. And obviously we can use feral's so good, right? So getting 80 freaking accuracy and 5% speed from a 3-piece, a ring and an amulet and boots, we'll take it. We'll take it, okay? So this is my favorite for damage, right, on Jingwon. But we're not going to start out with this build. I'm going to show you this build in a little bit. First, we're going to start out right in the arena. I will show you a quick Hydra team utilizing him, and I'll show you as well. Let me just save this preset real quick. So as I was saying, I'll show you a quick kind of Hydra team built around him. I'll show you a dragon team, just the dragon. I'm going to make it quick on those, but I want to highlight all these arena teams. And after trying some damage, and I tried like other sorts of builds, I kind of landed on this as being my favorite for the arena, right? But there are some options that you have, which we'll talk about. I'm going with the 6-piece feral, right? I mean, we get block debuffs, which he doesn't really need, but he can use. It can still block active skills. It can still block other debuffs, decrease defense, whatever. But we get that 50% chance to prevent the placement of a sheep debuff by the polymorph blessing. This is why we're going 6-piece feral. My man's throwing out so many debuffs that he's hard to use in the arena without some sleep protection. You know, so I like Feral 6-piece. You could also run just straight out Stone Skin, or Perception gear if you don't have the end game 9-piece gear as well, depending on where you are when you pull your Jingwon. So I'd have kind of set before stat here. I want the HP, and I get a lot of it in the substats. Attack is not ideal. We can't use attack at all, but it's what I had. Crit damage on the Feral Amulet. I really needed the Feral accessories, and this is all I have for Shadowkin. I went accuracy on the Pinpoint banner, okay? I went speed on the boots. I went HP percentage on the chest. I went crit rate on the gauntlets. So again, this is not min-maxed here. I would ideally have, you know, crit damage and try to get more damage out of him. But I want to show you kind of a little bit of a hybrid, more control-y build. But I don't totally not want to neglect damage either. So here's the rest of the gear that I have on him. You guys can see. Let's actually glyph out this, anything feral, like we're going to invest. We're going to invest heavily on. So this is 6. We'll take it. We'll take it. And look at that HP. Perfect for Jingwon, right? Ascension stat needs some work, but we'll work on it. So this is going to be the control build. 78k in the HP. We're quite light on the HP, I'm not going to lie, but the speed is where it's at. We're well beyond the crit cap here, but the accuracy is kind of tough to build because you want his damage, but you want his accuracy, and you want him fast, and you want him tanky. You want everything out of Jingwon. So I went with Polymorph. I have him 5-starred, Awakened. I think that Polymorph is the way to go on Jingwon. You could also run Temporal Chains on Jingwon, just depending on the team that you wanted to build. Temporal Chains and Polymorph both require accuracy when you don't have them 6-starred fully maxed out. But that's cool in Jingwon's case because he's all about the accuracy. To that end, this is my favorite control build for Jingwon. We come down the support tree, we get Master Hexer for obvious reasons. We pick up Arcane Celerity for the turn meter every time a debuff expires. He has 5 in his kit. 2 of them on AoEs. There's going to be a lot of turn meter fill from Arcane Celerity. I want more turn meter fill for Cycle of Revenge because think about it, the faster the turn meter goes on Jingwon, the faster he can cycle through his skills and have that passive available again for all allies, block debuffs, and cleanse. So I like having those 2 turn meter, and I like Cycle of Magic. I like Retribution. Keep in mind, when he counterattacks, when he ally attacks, when he uses A1 in any form, Retribution or Deterrence, right? He's going to be cleansing himself and transferring everything that he has. It's really powerful. You could even make a case going to turns over Cycle of Revenge, and I might agree with you. I went Eagle Eye because we want to min-max his accuracy and get that as high as humanly possible. So those are going to be the key masteries, but that's not going to be the nuke build, obviously. In the nuke build, we're going to switch things up. I'll show you the build in a moment. We're going to go Helm Smasher. So you saw the stats, we know what we're dealing with, and before we jump into the arena, it's Ash from the future. I recorded this a couple days before the event dungeon went live, the Queen of Hearts, and I had to add this to the video because I don't even need to defend Jingwon now. He's one of the GOATs for the Queen of Hearts dungeon, one of the best cleansers out there, and he brings so much else to the table, which we just spoke about, right? Some control. He doesn't have the freeze or the stun, but the block active skills can still obviously be useful, but really that cleansing of the true fears is invaluable. This guy is a monster. Obviously, the decreased accuracy, everything else that he brings to the table is just insane. I saw that I think Hades released a video and he was prominent, Jingwon, on the thumbnail about the best champions for the event dungeon. I subbed him in for my Inquisitor Shamil spot, and it just even improved the team a little bit more because of how much utility he brings to any team out there. So Jingwon, a great reason to dust him out of the vault if you're lucky enough to have this champion. That sounds insane. Talking about Jingwon is going to be the event dungeon. I'll come to you guys at the end, and we'll take a look at his damage as well. All right, guys, so there we go. 149, stage 25. Not bad at all. Almost 1 million damage. So my man is still bringing a little bit of damage to the table as well. Gio putting in almost 800,000 himself. Man, he is a boss. Let's go into the arena. I have some really cool teams lined up for you guys. guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's jump into the arena. All right, guys, here we are in Platinum Arena. Listen, we're going to switch things up. It's 2025 here, guys.
I've decided next year I'm going to be a changed person.
We're going to switch things up because I want to give you guys a reason to watch my videos and be entertained, even if we don't have every champion that we're talking about. So I've chosen 5 arena teams. I'm going to do 1 battle with each team. And I want you guys, I'll name them team whatever. I'll come up with stupid names and a number to make it easy. I want you guys to let me know which team you're most impressed by, right? And not just the most powerful pay to win, because we'll escalate there in that regard. But just like, what's your favorite team and why? All right, so we have Hansel and Gretel, Arbiter, and Jingwon. This is to prove that Jingwon can fit very nicely into a fast team as well, right? So everybody's fast. We have Stoneskin and Lethal and Savage on Hansel and Gretel, and we have Arbiter at 414 speed. Let's hope that we go first here against the Shuzhen bomb team. And we do. Okay, so we're going to speed boost. And this is beautiful. We've already basically won this one. Block act, well, you can't, it's got, Baron's A1 is pretty powerful, so maybe we don't want to talk too soon, right? So they go in there. She actually, we either didn't land or she should have cleansed there. So we luck out. We'll take it. All right, let's grant an extra turn if you kill an enemy. Yeah, I feel like we can kill somebody here. Let's kill Baron and get that extra turn. Beautiful. Hansel's going to go in with his A3. Not bad damage-wise. Gretel, you're up. Let's quad up on Marichka. Get that revival. Let's speed boost here. Luckily, their big threat in Nishak is neutralized by Jingwon. So now we can come in and boom.
In space, I've made up my mind. I just wanna be
Now, this is a pretty good A3 damage out of both of his AoEs, especially in aggregate, you know, in my opinion, right? Considering we have crit rate gauntlets on him, we have no Helm Smasher, right? So I will switch builds, though, so you guys can see what kind of damage he can dish out in all the nuker gear, too. Okay, I lied. I want to see one more team with this team, because I actually kind of like it. So we'll call this the Hansel and Gretel team, the Hansel and Gretel combo package. All right, so this time they go in and they buff first. Armand's, guess what? Not going to work, right? We have Stone Skin anyway, but you're not going to be able to neutralize him. The bad news is he can die. He's not totally immune, is he, guys? We're going to go in and try to pop off, try to get that extra turn again off Gurgo, and we do. We're going to come in on the A3, take out Armand's. We're going to come in and we're going to decrease turn meter. Yeah, let's do that. Gretel comes in. Okay, not bad. Arbiter's still standing. Going to revive our guy. But listen, the Jingwon value that he provided, it's already done. He's already done his job, you know? It was just in the very beginning. He's able to come in there and well, we were under Stone Skin. So maybe not a lot of value there, but you guys could see. And the damage, not too bad, considering, again, everything we already mentioned. All right, team number 2. All right, team number 2, guys. We got Lady Noelle and we got Sir Nick. I love this tandem. Lady Noelle has a super powerful, one of the best revives in the entire game, where she freezes everybody, AoE revives, 50% HP, 50% turn meter. She's sick, she's disgusting, and I love her. And then we have Jingwon, we have Alika, and we have Sir Nick. So between Alika, Jingwon, and Sir Nick, I hope that the 3 of them can kill people, right? So that's the goal here on this team, and you get to see some awesome synergy between all of these champions. All right, I like Alika on this squad because she can, check this out. We're just going to freeze him out the gate.
a new galaxy.
Fantastic. Well, in this situation, I think we can block active skills for a couple turns, right? Why not? And then we can't high value target with good old UDK in this situation, so let's just keep controlling. Now we're decreasing their skill cooldowns. We'll come in here with a little bit of damage there from Sir Nick. We'll instantly activate Sir Nick's A3 ability. Fantastic. We'll come in here with the Power Flare, the A3 of Jingwon. Now we're neutralizing their damage as well as their accuracy. Beautiful. Let's go high value target against UDK. He's not dead. UDK just doing UDK things, right?
Of course!
Let's work on UDK. We get Polymorph there. This is the reason I like this team so much. You're already seeing why. Is because we are between the lockout of Alika, between the freeze of Lady Noelle, and between the block active skills of Jingwon. How are they ever going to get a turn? It's like a very unorthodox control team, and I really enjoy it. I love it. I don't think it's the most powerful of all the teams, but I do. It might be one of my faves. You know, what about you guys? And if you guys go with a Lady Noelle fusion, if so, are you enjoying her as much as I am? Ooh, we can cure the sheep. Sure, why not? Cure the sheep. That's another thing she does. Cure the sheep.
Good morning.
Now, little Sun Wukong is kind of annoying here. Oh, golly. You're sheeping, now you're gonna sheep my guy? The beautiful thing is we can just, it's a 3-turn revive. We just freeze him again. It's insane. All right, let's come in with the A3. That's a buff removal, so Sun Wukong is no longer protected. Hopefully now we can finally kill UDK before Siffy. Ooh, that was dangerous. That was dangerous. All right, we're in the throes of it here. Let's get a nice shield on everybody, please. Oh, Sir Nick, you're about to die. The good thing is we can go A2 Jingwon, block active skills. We can't revive now. Oh, they can't revive, excuse me. Let's yeah, let's just get the heal. Okay, beautiful. Yep. No choice but to go for UDK here, obviously. We're 1 turn away. Oh, there it is again. Oh, Lady Noelle, she's so disgusting, isn't she? And Jingwon kind of played a little bit of savior here. Let's go in and block their, oh, that was a resist there on Siffy. I don't like that, but we do have that lockdown control. It's definitely going to be one battle with this team. Nothing's fast here with this squad because the damage is it's inching our way along. But yeah, it's going to go to UDK. Let's just pop them off there anyway. You ever do that? You ever know it's going to go to UDK, but you still aim on the target that you want to kill anyway on a single target hitter? Sometimes I do. I do the same thing with the at random abilities. Attack 4 random enemies on like a ninja. I still go in and I pick who I'd rather attack. All right, there we go. Team number 3. All right, guys, team number 3. We have Monkey King versus Monkey King. We have Mithrala in a high resistance or high accuracy build in a provoke set. I have a video on that in case you missed it. I'll link it in the description below. I have a 9-piece Merciless on Monkey King. If you missed that video, I'll link it in the description of this video as well. I have a high resist Pythion and a Jingwon. Team number 3, let's go. So they have probably a faster team. Let's see how we contend with Armand's and Star Sage Galathir here. Armand's goes in, and again, we have the block debuffs, the whatever, all the stuff that we talked about, all courtesy of Jingwon. We're going to come in here with the A2 and try to provoke. Not one provoke landed. I don't like that. They do have their cleanser ready to go. All right, Monkey King's back. Freya goes in. They're going to go control on the A2. They're going to remove our buffs or try to. Our cleanser, our high resist Pythion is actually neutralized. We do have some petrification going on. We have block active skills and we have block buffs. We can use this to block active skills with the A1 on Armand so we can't control our team. Transferring the debuffs with the A1. Super powerful. Because otherwise Armand's would wreck us like he always does. Now we can cleanse with the A2 there. Can go in, do stuff here with the A1. Land a provoke on Armand's. Fantastic. Now that we needed it. Now we're going against Star Sage. We go in with the block active skills with the A2 ability. Now and of course he resists it. Great. But we still have very nice neutralization here. Petrification, provoke with the Mithrala build. He goes in A1. That's fine. Let's land some more provokes. Okay. Let's go in right against Mr. Star Sage. Boom, boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. A team that you wouldn't think should be able to take down some of these guys, you know? But gets the job done. This is team number 3. This is the Monkey King Mithrala Pythion team. Really rolls off the tongue. Next. All right, we got team number 4. Now we're in the big leagues. The Moolah. We've got Odin, Taurus, Siffy, and Jingwon. Now, the reason I have Siffy instead of a Marichka, who would be a natural fit here, is because the buffs will empower Taurus, as well as Siffy's a lot faster than Marichka to take advantage of Odin's aura here, okay? And then, of course, Jingwon doing all the things that Jingwon does. So we have a couple control champions here, a couple reviver options as well with the A3 of Odin. We do go first, but they cut in line. That's not ideal. They remove our buffs. That's not ideal. Let's go in and try to do the same thing to them. Let's remove their buffs and get polymorphed. That's not ideal. But we have more buff removal potential here with a power flare. Let's go in and remove buffs with Jingwon. Beautiful. All right, Star Sage switches forms. He block active skills. We can transfer that to whoever we want to. It's beautiful. It's better than Reflect because we can go in. He already A2'd let's try that. All right. So dealing with block damage because of Odin, that's not great, but is what it is. We have Odin too, so we should have it in a moment. So we get to choose. Who do we want to neutralize here? We can neutralize anybody. When Jingwon gets a debuff, it's a good thing because we can control who we give it back to. To me, there's only one answer. It's nice. We don't want him to transfer to his beast form, okay? And then we can continue to control with the A1 of Sifi as well. So he comes in, Dark Nebula. Guess who can't be stunned? Jingwon. Doesn't work against him, right? Taurus, see what you got here, buddy. Okay. Not many buffs, so it is what it is, but there we go. We kill the nice beast for a moment at least.
This is not fair.
All right, now we got a situation on our hands. We get a reviver here, a reviver here, and a reviver here. 3 revivers. But we can neutralize them all with Jingwon's block active skills. Galathir resisted again, but it is what it is. I'm a little scared of Galathir at this point because he can't change form. So let's pop him off. Things are starting to look really good for us, aren't they? Go in, neutralize Sifi with the A1, A3. No buffs to be removed, but we can continue to neutralize. We get a Odin. I forgot Odin was even on our team. It was sheep for so long. All right, block active skills. Nothing to worry about there on Sifi. Same thing. We're going to target the highest turn meter, which is Sifi. She does her thing. She gets to revive. We're going to go immediately block active skills. We're going to go A3, pop off Star Sage so he doesn't get back to his revive in time. And then we're going to neutralize Sifi, and this one's over. This is team number 4. Beast mode. Now we got team number 5. Say hello to my little friend. We got Armans, Alas, Crixia. Now we've pulled out, forget the wallet, we've got the Brinks truck backing up on my man, whoever this guy is. So let's see what we can do here against this squad. Sifi, Marichka, Siegfried, and Nice. They go first. Oh, I didn't want to go on auto. I didn't want to go. Oh, what are you doing, Armands? What are you doing?
Doing my thing.
It's okay. We're going to come in Compound Calamity. A2. Everybody's neutralized. Now we're going to kill him for the first time. Boom! Cool. All right. Now they revive. We don't want to trigger Siegfried here. All right. Now we're going to come in. We're going to refresh. And we're going to do it all over again. I'm going to do one more battle with this disgusting team because it goes pretty fast. This is, it's cool because obviously this is a super pay to win team. And look at that. Nice still beat me. I'm going to do another battle, but I'll tell you what battle I'm going to do. This one over again. I want my revenge against Xerxes. Check it out, guys. Same team. But instead of going in for another battle with the other build, I just switched him to the nuke build that we already showed you guys. So let's see what he can do for damage. I took Alaz off the team, so we're going to run a 3-man squad here. It's control, 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 control with damage and more control. So let's come in here, steal their turn meter. Let's get rid of Duchess for a while here. And then let's see what Jingwon can do in the nuking build. Now, I just realized I forgot to change the masteries. So let's change the masteries after this battle and do it all over again. What do you guys say? So that was his A2. It's hard to tell, honestly, if the damage was great or not great. I mean, we're going against quite a tanky team, right? With the 3 kind of White Queen. And let's try the A3 here, though. So the damage didn't blow me away. I'm not going to lie. To me, I kind of like focusing on damage is kind of a secondary thing on him, but not like I would not rely on him to be my main damage dealer, similar to a Sir Nick that we saw earlier in the video, right? So we're obviously going to beat this team. It's going to be a matter of how many Jingwon hits we can get in there, right? Let me go and switch the Mastery, though, because I do need to have him in the... Actually, we'll do it together. Let's go. All right, so we're switching to a nuking build, guys. I'm going to forego all the accuracy, all the support tree, because I want to take advantage of retribution and deterrence. So let's start out by going with some resistance, improved parry. Let's go with crit rate, crit damage. Let's go with single out. Let's go with shield breaker, ruthless ambush. I'll get out of the way in a moment. Cycle of violence, bring it down. Kill methodical and helm smasher, and then let's go with blood shield. No, let's not go blood shield. Let's go with bloodthirst. Let's go with you can get leech off the A1 with a stun, but I don't think it's worth it with the Harvest Despair. I'm going to go delay death. I'm going to go retribution. I'm going to go deterrence. All right, this is my favorite nuking mastery build here. Taking advantage of the A1 with the retribution and the deterrence, and going down and getting ruthless ambush, getting cycle of violence, and getting all of my favorite arena nuking masteries. Now let's go into the arena. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Now he's built to be a big boy nuker. He's built to withstand anything. So we go in there. Let's let's A2. Let's get rid of Armons. All right, so here we go. Now we've got everything except for debuffs. We'll do one more battle after this one. The damage is it's escalating. It's escalating, right? Let's just reduce their turn meter and keep going here. I'm going to add Lydia to the team. We're going to do one more, just so we can see what he can do with full debuffs and the whole shebang, right? So, Night Purge, we'll go in. Let's go A3 this time to remove the unkillable off of Leo. And now he can just turn meter boost and hopefully kill here. He brings a lot of debuffs, man. He really does. Interesting feral consideration. Not bad damage-wise, not bad. All right, let's add Lydia. All right. Let's see. So now we have Lydia. We just can't get frozen, but we do have the we don't have the feral anymore, so no block debuffs. So let's just see. Okay, we'll go in there, neutralize a little bit, get rid of the horse. Don't you dare mess me up, horse. Don't you dare mess with my video. The cool thing is we can't get frozen on our nuker, at least, right? Now it's not even a consideration. We don't need to worry about it, but resisted on Pythion. Let's get rid of that guy. Okay, so finally, we have some stuff here. Let's block. Let's see if we can bland. Ooh. The damage isn't that bad. It's not that bad. And we didn't even have debuffs on Pythion there, right? I don't know. Now I wanted this video to be super fast, moving really fast and exciting, but now curiosity has got the best of me. I kind of want to see him one more time in the nuking build. One more time, right? Not bad there. It is Pythion, after all, one of the tankiest sons of a jackal in the game, right? One more. Look at this nasty team here. All right. Last time, I promise. Last time. All right. So we're going to go with Lockout. With all mythicals, his A2 is beautiful. If Mikage didn't go first, he'd be even more beautiful. You can't stun him, though. Can't stun Jingwon. He's immune. Can stun them. I don't even want to use the A3. Nothing to remove. We're good. We'll save it. Debuffs. Gonna go right in with that A2. Here we go. The moment of truth. The nuke build and the block active skills. Not bad. Not bad. You know? Like I said, kind of Eric's-esque, perhaps, you know? Especially considering he has the 2 AoEs. Not bad. All right, quickly Dragon. All right, so the team is going to be Ugo, Eleanor, who I have a download link for newer second accounts if you guys want her. We have Taurus, my favorite epic poisoner, and Staltis. But what I want to pay attention to is this guy right here, right? Right in the middle of the star of the show, Jingwon. He's only using his A1 ability. That's it. I shut off the A2 and the A3, and you can see his health already. He's not going to be damaged, other than like a little bit of AoE damage. But most of the damage from the dragon obviously comes from that poison, right? So you'll see it here. People are going to start to die. He counterattacks. This time we landed the decreased attack. That's great too, right? So really strong synergy with that A1 and the dragon. Everybody else is dying. This is great. Look at this. Boom. Up. All the poisons are back, and he's looking good and nice and healthy, right? Isn't that nice? He's really... At first, I like Staltis a lot better because of his passive. And it's hard to compare the two, but in a way, he's, as long as you're not using the A2 and the A3, it's just like, it's really, really good, really strong, right? Against the dragon himself. So in the nuking build, I haven't switched the build, he actually outdamaged Eleanor even with the poison combustion, right? On the waves, right? And the poisons being transferred. So man, I'm a sucker. I'm always in search of the quad speed roll. Even though it's a stupid 5-star and a 4 base speed, but I'm a sucker for artifacts like that. Let me show you a Hydra team around a Jingwon. All right, guys, so I threw this team together. I've got a Lady Mikage. She's going to be in there to bring the, just be Lady Mikage, right? Just being awesome. Staying in her original form the entire battle. I've got an Estrid to bring the increased attack, the decreased speed, and the increased speed. So good. And then I have a Jingwon to bring the block buffs and the other debuffs and the damage, right? And then I have what's this? A Stagmite to be my debuffer, my decreased defense champion, right? And then I have the Weaken from Estrid, right? I'll stop saying right every time. Sorry about that. It's kind of annoying.
Right.
And then I have Bivald of the Thorn. He's going to be some of my healing, some support for the team, and he's also going to be my provoker on the squad. So you put it all together, you've got a pretty damn good squad, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I mean, really strong alternative team for when you already use your Ugo, if you have her, right? Because Ugo's going to be great. She's going to bring the decreased defense, and she's going to bring the block buffs. But Jingwon has his own skill set, and don't sleep on that passive as it pertains to the Head of Torment. My man can't get true feared against the Head of Torment, right? Let's take a look at a Head of Torment engagement here, encounter, and you'll see that even though it's an irresistible true fear, it still won't land on Jingwon. So let's take a look here. I'll come back at you guys when the Head of Torment spawns, and we'll take a look for yourselves. All right, guys, so the Head of Torment has spawned. There it goes. He just made contact, and guess what? No true fear. Isn't that beautiful? So now we can just wait a few turns, and he'll start cleansing periodically with the passive. The rest of our teammates here as well. So not bad. He's bringing a nice skill set to the table. Obviously, on manual, it's going to be a lot easier. We can avoid the poison clouds. But he's still dependable enough on a 3-turn cooldown to bring on auto and have a nice little cleanse, some decent damage, some block buffs. Pretty capable champion, right? So this is not my favorite spot in the game. I don't think he's like S tier or anything like that. I prefer a Bells, maybe. That new champion. But overall, I think he fits on a lot of teams, because the truth is if you have Jingwon, odds are you don't have, a massive stacked roster of 1 million block buffs who bring the skill sets that Jingwon does. So I think he can be utilized. He's not going to wow you with the damage, but it's going to help. The decreased accuracy helps as well. He can be like a good mischief solution as well. So you have some potential with the Jingwon that could definitely help out in this area as well. Guys, listen, we're going to cap it there. It's only been like 3 minutes, but I'll take a quick look at his damage out of curiosity. We would want War Master on him for non-arena damage. So let's end the battle. Let's take a quick look. Let me know what you think of Jingwon. Did I do a good job defending Jingwon? Hey, not bad. Not bad on the damage. Not bad. All right, guys. If you want me to defend anybody else out there in the game, let me know in the comments below. Who should I defend next? Much love, and as always, take care, guys.